Are you paying too much for your trucking insurance, or are you having hard time finding a reasonable insurance policy to get started with your new trucking venture? It shouldn't be that way. If you stick around, I'll share with you several tips how you can fix that. This way, you can get your MC going and start a business where you actually make money. So the first and most important thing is what where are you gonna be garaging that vehicle. If you try to start a trucking company in the middle of a busy area, rest assured you're gonna be a high risk for all insurance companies. Just like if you live in a busy area with your personal vehicle, you're high risk. Same thing applies for your truck, but tenfold. It's very simple. If you're in a busy area with a lot of traffic, that means every time you come back home or leave home or for a trip, you pose a high risk for the insurance company. Therefore, your price is going to be higher. So keep that into consideration when you're starting your business. Then the next thing is you need to make sure your credit is strong. Why? Because the insurance companies are financial institutions, and if their reports come back that your credit is less than ideal, your rate is going to be higher, because they want to make sure if they are taking the risk on somebody that might not be paying on time or not paying that insurance policy at all, they are going to get at least more money on the front end. This is why all these insurance policies have a huge discount for paying full. Then the next thing you should consider is the type of vehicle you're going to be using. You know, some of you use box trucks, others use semi trucks, and cargo vans, hot shots. That's all good, but you have to calculate, can you afford to use this vehicle? Meaning, are you going to have enough work, especially in the beginning, starting your company? Starting your company, it's not like working for somebody else, finding the work for you. When you start a company, you're brand new to the industry, you're brand new to the freight brokers, and they want to see some history and something verifiable that you're going to be moving their loads. So because that's all they care about, somebody to move their loads, of course, for cheap, which nobody wants to do. And so what happens is there are few brokers that will let you move their freight. When you're a new company, of course, you're going to be underpaid. So you have to calculate very well where your loads are going to be and how much can you afford to pay on insurance. And therefore, you have to make sure you have the right dispatchers, you have the right financial stability, you have to have the right location for your business, so you're not considered high risk, and also it's convenient for you to go in and out for loads. The next thing you have to consider is, and that's pretty obvious, it's what is your driving record. You have a pretty good driving record, meaning you have tickets, violations, accidents, anything like that. If you do, then your rate is going to be pretty high, and that's obvious. So maybe that's the time to consider, if you still want to get in business, maybe you can operate that business, but potentially hire somebody to drive for you if you want to jump in it right away. But because of your driving record that maybe you're working on. Maybe we'll fix it sooner rather than later. uh, you have somebody to do the driving for you. And of course, if you have the chance to dispute anything that you feel it's not your fault, then of course you have to go for it. Another thing you should consider is getting the right ELD provider, because some of them will qualify you for pretty good additional discounts. Another thing you should consider is having a good personal auto insurance. Some carriers in the insurance industry will give you a decent discount for having good high limits on your prior insurance, so that's something that you can definitely look into. But most importantly, from all these tips I just gave you, it's make sure you talk to somebody that does do trucking insurance and specializes just in this. They don't do anything else, that they have direct appointments with the carriers and they can guide you. If you speak with somebody that just collects your information, doesn't give you any quotes, that's probably not the right person to talk to. Anybody that it's an established agent in the trucking insurance business should be able to give you at least 2, 3, even 4 or 5 quotes right off the gate. So make sure you speak with somebody that knows what they're doing, and also speak with somebody that's not trying to push you and sell you right away on insurance. That means that it's just a transaction. So you want to talk with somebody that it's confident, answers all your questions, and it's okay for them to wait for you to buy, because this is not this is a business. You want to pull the trigger, but also you have to plan carefully exactly how to get it done. This way you don't just start the day and then 2-3 months down the road you run out of cash for lack of better planning, and you shut down the business, and then you start looking for employment again, working for another trucking company. So if you need tips on it, or if you need more help, we are here to help at the Nikolov Agency. Call us. Monday to Friday will be available for you if you need us. 912-489-7555. It's our number. We work in 8 states, so use us as a resource. Even if you don't buy anything from us, it's fine. We are in for the long-term game, so feel free to reach us even if you decide to work with somebody else. Talk to you later, guys.